Welcome to another episode of the Online Prosperity Experience podcast. You're about to hear your host, Prosper Taravinga's powerful digital marketing strategies and actionable tactics that you can use right now. Prosper has helped more than 50,000 people from over 10 countries to create meaningful businesses that are profitable and enjoyable. Listen to this podcast so that you too can build your own business with less stress and overwhelm. Let's get started.
Just because something is not working in your business does not mean that anything is wrong with you. Welcome, my Internet Explorer friend. What? I'm excited today. And you know what? I'm going to do what I want on this episode because this is episode number 50 in season 5. That means we have created 250 of these episodes, people. Thank you so much for being with me all this while. Thank you so much for helping me create for you. And if this is the first time you're listening to this episode, welcome aboard, because if you're passionate about doing work that matters, and if you're passionate about doing the work that you're meant to be doing and living an inspired life while you're doing it, then you've arrived. You've come to the right place. Online Prosperity Experience is all about you creating a business that's profitable and enjoyable. And my mission, as you know, my Internet Explorer friends, is to help inspired coaches and consultants like you build a brand that you're proud of and create a lifestyle that you love. 250 episodes ago, you wouldn't have been able to tell me that I'll be sitting here talking on episode number 50, season 5. We've come a long way, people. Well, I'll tell you something, we're only getting started. And if you're finding it difficult right about now to generate the right kind of leads and you're not attracting your clients, coaching or consulting clients, I've got 5 reasons why, that is not happening. This will be, the last episode in this season. And if you haven't caught up with all the other episodes, I encourage you to subscribe because you don't want to miss out on any of this amazing content. Okay, so let's get started. I mean, obviously, we're here to celebrate a lot of things today. We're here to celebrate you on having created a business that's profitable and enjoyable. But if you haven't yet, when you've been doing everything you can to attract maybe your coaching or consulting clients, but you're still not getting the results that you want, this may be the reason why. Not that silence. The reason why is what I'm about to say in this podcast. Fantastic. All right. So we all go through times where we need to find coaching, consulting clients. And this is especially true when maybe you're just getting started in your business. And, when you get desperate for these clients and you're not getting the results that you actually want. And I know it can be super frustrating. But the first thing you should remember is just because something is not working in your business, it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. It just simply means that something is not working in your business. All right. Let me ask you something. I've been working with a lot of coaches and consultants, and I've realized that so many of us are not actually getting the right kind of clients that we need with the right kind of pain, and we are not actually delivering the products, and we are working in businesses that, we're constantly tethered to our phones. Does this sound like your business right now? I want you to be honest with yourself. I'm going to be going a little bit deep with this so that we can actually, find out what will be the, solution to the problems that you have of you not being able to attract the right kind of clients who pay money, who stay, and who actually refer. So does this sound like a business at the moment? Now, do you spend most of your days working isolated by yourself on a computer, maybe in a dark room or in the corner of your kitchen table? Or are you the only one who who's working late on a Sunday night when everybody else is taking it easy? Now, do you also find yourself checking your email more than 20 times a day? I don't know how you do that, but or do you feel constantly tethered to your phone like it's an electronic leash, refreshing and constantly looking up your social media posts to see if people have liked, the latest post? Or do you maybe feel like your calendar is just fully booked most of the days and it's fully booked with, tire kickers? Or do you spend your last minutes on your pillow at night worried about how you're going to get results for the clients that you already have? Or do you sometimes feel like, working for yourself means that you've got hundreds of different bosses, or you don't even end up in, any amicable relationships with your clients and you're the underling in this relationship, Or do more clients or having more clients means you have more to-dos? Or do you feel the pinch of the rising ad costs? Or do you actually worry, about the next ad account being shut down because maybe, your consulting, your training, your information, your expertise is against community guidelines according to Facebook or Google? Or are you worried about the next Google update? In the last 2 months, we've had 2 really crippling updates. And guess what? We survived them. You know why? Because we're creating for and relating to our audiences. We're not creating for the robots. I'm still going. I'm driving that knife in so you can feel the pain. And I'm doing this on purpose so that you can actually understand, because not a lot of people understand what it is that they're going through. And if you don't understand and you don't have the clarity of what's actually happening, there's no way you're going to be able to fix this. Now, do you also find yourself having to make yet another sales call? Or do you have to write yet another proposal to a potential client only to have them disappear later? Or do you have to chase potential clients asking them if they've read your proposal yet? Or do they ghost you without even being honest with whether they're in or they're out? Or do you ever lose a job to like a competitor who maybe is going to deliver worse results than you would have delivered yourself? Or do you go with somebody else just because they have a credit card and they offered to work with you but on their own terms? Or are people ghosting you and going to somebody else just because they were cheaper? Now, do you also have constant meeting requests with clients that you already have? Or do they ask you to explain the same thing that you've already explained 100 times? Or do you ever have a client who speaks to you in a condescending tone, or they just look at you as a paper pusher or something of that note? Or do you retain most clients for 12 months or less, even if you're doing a good job? Now, do you also find yourself drowning in yet another WordPress error, yet another email marketing tool that you have to fix, that you've been trying to Google the answer for, 3 hours, 4 hours, and you're trying to do it all by yourself? Or do you just stare at a screen trying to find that unknown error in 100 minuscule lines of code? Or do you ever have to, stay up late, or are you up to your neck in the latest project management software that you need to figure out so that you can outsource some of the work to whatever team you have? Or do you have clients who expect miracles overnight? Or maybe do you have clients who really, who don't maybe fully understand what it is that you're doing for them and why you're doing it? Or do you have some clients who frankly do not even pay you well or on time, or when they feel like not paying your bill, they give some lame excuse about you not giving them the work on time or some stuff like that? Or do you have clients that frankly don't pay, they just dine and dash? Or are you often waiting on responses from your clients to get things done so that they can approve things to move forward? Or Do you need to do maybe 100 things first before you can even enjoy a week away, or to even get paid in the first place? Or do you still get clients' messages while you're away on holiday? Or do you even know that if you took off 2 months, there wouldn't be a business that you can come back to? Or do you need constant free or cheap leads just to, keep afloat? Or do you get fired if you do the job too well? Or sometimes that happens when you do the job too well. You know that, right? Or are you just the first one to get blamed when there aren't enough sales, or there's not enough results, either in their marketing or in their health or in their wealth or relationships, whatever it is that you're helping them with? Or do you actually just maybe generate a whole bunch of leads for clients who don't even convert in the first place? Or do you have clients who can't answer their phone properly to save their life, even if they've scheduled a call with you? Should I keep going? Because there's a lot. Do you feel like sometimes you have to maybe take any client just to manage your own cash flow situation? Anyone with a credit card and blood. Yeah? Do you sometimes have to take the next client with a credit card and a pulse only to regret it later? Do you feel like you need their money? Do you ever find yourself in a lamest conference, all those dog and pony shows, and you've got your calendar filled with the monotony of sales calls from people that are never going to buy from you anyway? Or do you ever have to do 90 things, and all of them are usually 90% done? Or do your clients, hand you maybe a broken website, a broken funnel, a broken message, a broken offer, a broken website, and expect you to fix it instantly? Or do your campaign needs months of testing to dial it down, but your clients won't even give you enough time and money to make it work? Do you constantly feel like you're having to explain the same things over and over and over and over and over again? Or, is yet another client shocked when they get their ad bill and they're not they're not reached, by the time, they have to pay that bill? It's a pretty thankless job being a consultant or a coach, isn't it? Wouldn't you say that? But what if your business could be different? What if you could actually have a different outcome for your clients and especially for yourself? What if it didn't have to be like that, all the things that I was mentioning? What if there was a better and easier way? What if, you could have the benefits of monthly recurring cash flow, and it didn't even require you to be even present for you to gain that cash flow? And what if, you had actual time and freedom together? What if you didn't even have to check your email or your phone for days or even weeks at a time? Do you know right now, you could call me or whatever it is. I normally don't pick up my phone unless it's my wife, because maybe there's an emergency with the kids. If anyone wants to get a hold of me, they schedule a call with me and I'll speak to them on Zoom. Half of the time, my phone is with my kids. You know why? Because I don't need to be tethered to my phone. I actually have time and freedom altogether. The reason why I even, show up on this podcast 250 episodes in is because I've managed my time so much that every single day at 12 p.m., I just show up here, speak whatever, is probably in front of me or what I've heard. I usually call my episodes snitching on my clients. So I'm asking you, what if you actually had time and freedom altogether? What if you didn't even have to check your email or your phone for days or weeks on time? What if you didn't even have any meetings at all? Like, for real, you don't need any of that if your funnels are in place. You know why? Because you've got a sales conversion strategy that works without you even being involved. What if every client you spoke to was already pre-sold before you even got onto the phone with you? What if, a sales call was just maybe a 3-minute formality where they just wanted you to process their credit card and also just to, put face and name together? And what if you didn't even have to put your entire financial livelihood in the hands of the almighty Google or Facebook, trying to game the algorithm with the ads and things of that nature? What if it all, what if you could look at your calendar and, not even see a damn thing on it except your kids' activities and things that you absolutely love doing? No have tos, to dos, or whatever it is you call them these days. And what if you had a team of A plus superstars, and systems and processes to do almost all the heavy lifting for you? What if you had systems and processes, to ensure that everything was done right every single time, so you don't necessarily have to be present in front of your customers? And what if your systems could actually make your life infinitely easier? What if it was better for your clients too? Because guess what? They are getting the quality work off you without you showing up burned out, tired, or even stinking if you're seeing them in person. What if you could carefully choose only the clients you really vibed with? What if they were like as easy as friends with money to actually talk to? What if you had clients because you really believed in what they're selling, not necessarily because they want to pay you? And what if together you and your clients were making the world a better place? And what if you only had fun with your clients? Wouldn't that be nice? What if you were not even dependent on any social media or any ads in the first place? What if another Google update or an account shutdown didn't even affect you at all? Right now, you know what? I'm actually talking about my life. I'm talking about everything that I'm experiencing every single day. And you're probably listening and thinking, wait a minute, this is not possible. How can you not depend on social media? How can you not depend on, SEO or things of that nature? Of course, I do depend on SEO, but I'm not on social media personally. My business is, but I'm not there personally. What if you could quite literally get paid while your drooling head was still fast asleep on your pillow? I actually got paid before I even woke up today. And, if I was anybody else, I wouldn't be showing up today because I'm good. I'm paid. I'm being paid 50 times and 50 ways, every single month. What if you worked only when you felt like it? Just like this. I'm using this episode to really show you that all that I wish for you, all that I'm always talking about in my episodes, I'm living this. I'm personified excellence when it comes to creating a business that's profitable and enjoyable. And I wish that for you too. What if you only worked when you felt like it? Can you imagine? This is work for me. This is me working. What if it could be, you could just do most of the work maybe on a notepad while you're sitting on the beach or you're watching your kids recital or things of that nature? What if you didn't even have to have a phone or a computer at all? I'm working towards that. I'm literally working towards getting myself off the mobile phone. I mean, I need to stay in touch with my family in Africa, but soon I might not need to. What if not a single message was ever urgent? Like nothing is ever urgent under the sun. Nothing is ever urgent. Because at any given moment, if it's a family emergency, guess what? Half of the time you're not even needed while the doctors are working on the person anyway. So nothing is ever urgent. It's our ego that tells us that. What if when you worked once, you got paid for it again and again and again? Hello, listen to this podcast. I get paid every time somebody listens to this podcast. You might be asking, how is that possible? Well, at the end of this, I usually sell my products. This is a way for me to get in touch with my audience. It's for me to get them to learn a little bit and for me to engage with my audience, for me to educate them, to inspire them, to want more, be more, and have more while providing value. And you do know that we get paid in direct proportion to the value that we bring to the marketplace. This is episode number 50, yo. Season number 5. And every season is 50 episodes. We've come a long way, yo. What if you only had to sell proven offers to proven buyers? What if that certainty made your job 1,000 times easier? Just like me. What if you could get every client of yours results within the first 48 hours because your systems and processes already can make that happen? What if those results build instant trust and credibility? What if those same clients saw you differently than any of your competitors because they've got nothing to compare you against? What if your clients saw you as a partner, as an investor, or as a highly skilled consultant, a trusted advisor, instead of their underling to just boss around? You know why? Because they're paying you. What if you could do this while you're traveling around the world? I mean, maybe that's not your passion, but what if you could do this while you're doing absolutely the things that you love? What if you could experience different countries? You know, what if you could wake up on a beach in Thailand or in Bali or in Bujumbura or in the Maldives or in Fiji, just anywhere that's not where you are right now? What if you could have a delicious butter pastry in France? What if you could actually see the crystal blue waters in what's that lake in Canada? Lake Louise. What if you could actually have a successful business and time to live a very cool life? Because this is possible. What if you could actually have the time, the space, and the leverage to just be? What would you do? Would you learn a new language? Would you eat some great food from its country of origin? Would you have sex in the middle of the day? That would be nice. Some of us don't even know what that feels like. What if your business had almost zero stress? What if you didn't even have to convince anybody ever that they could buy from you or anything of that nature? What if you could help your clients completely, get the results they want ethically and honestly without even having to burn out? What if you felt good about what it is that you're doing every single day? And most importantly, what if all of this was real? Like really, really real? What if that was not, what if that was not only possible, but possible for you, my friend, possible for you that's listening to this right now? Because if you've been running a business for a while, I know that probably sounds unbelievable, and, your BS detector may be going haywire. Nah, this is not possible. Or maybe some people have already moved on, gone somewhere else because they don't want to believe that this is possible for them. Let me tell you what, it's totally understandable. I didn't get here thinking that a lot of people are going to believe what it is that I say, but I'm personified, excellence. I'm showing you that this is possible, not by reading from a book or anything of that nature. I'm literally living all of these things. I used to feel that way too. I used to feel that this was impossible. I used to feel like this was way far away. But I probably would not have believed it either. Except this has been my life and some of my clients' lives for years now. You can check the statistics. I mean, we've learned to escape the whole trap of working for money. I've spoken about it. I've written about it. How to create passive income within your business. We've escaped the trap of being subservient to our clients because you're working with the right kind of people with the right kind of pain and you're delivering them the right payoff and the right offers that they absolutely love. We've escaped having to reinvent the wheel for every new client because we've got created our systems and processes that will actually help them create a business that's profitable and enjoyable. This is what I mean when I say profitable and enjoyable. You literally have time and freedom all in the same sentence. Some people don't have that. I've escaped running an agency that isn't scalable, and some of my clients too have. We've escaped, a business that creates a tighter electronic leash on your phone and email as you become more successful. Guess what? The more success I'm getting, the more I'm literally letting go of a lot of things. I let go of social media. Now I'm sort of slowly letting go of email, and most of the work is being done by my team. Let me tell you something. I've escaped running a boring, typical agency where everybody else, is doing the same thing, and we're fighting for the same clients, and you're not even generating any, clients of your own that absolutely love the work that you're doing. If you haven't listened to any of the principles that I talk about in this podcast, I'm sorry, but if you start using the principles in our podcast and in all the information that we put out there, you too will escape the rat race. Let me tell you something. Most people in this world aren't really living. I'm from Africa, man. Do you know what I mean? Anything for me is a bonus. But when I see other people have health issues, they've got money issues, they've got trust issues, it's because they're not doing the inner work, and especially the work to actually create the business that's profitable and enjoyable. So other people are just surviving. That ain't living, man. For them, the only thing they're living for is the weekend. And a lot more other people are waiting for retirement. Why would you get into entrepreneurship and start looking at retirement before you, and you think you can start living then? Let me tell you something, man. You don't have to wait 30 years from now to have a cool life. Start living now. You don't have to, do a bunch of stuff that you don't even want, so that you can maybe hopefully experience something cool later. That's old school. If you're really ready to escape the trap of working for money and being your client's slave, I want you to strap yourself in, because season number 6 is going to be explosive. We're going to be talking about branding, business, inner work, marketing, messaging, visibility, mindset, all of that stuff. The solutions for you to actually understand how you can create a business that's profitable and enjoyable. And when you subscribe to this podcast, I promise you, you will find some massive wealth, time, and leverage shortcuts. And you're going to discover how to build a new model of running a business that's profitable and enjoyable. And this will reimagine and reinvent everything you've ever been told that you have to by any of the marketing gurus out there from the online guru casino. And when you apply these principles, you will be able to live and work life on your own terms. Your coaching or consulting business will work for you instead of you being a prisoner in it. And you actually scale to both freedom and time together in the same sentence. And this will allow you, to have a framework and design yourself a really cool life that is filled with beautiful experiences. I've lived this. I've come here with nothing but a backpack full of hopes and dreams, but now I'm the one speaking from the podium. How did that happen? When you work with me, that means doing what you want, when you want, with who you want, and with purpose and passion, and doing what you're actually gifted at and doing. Now, are you ready to have this successful, business that's profitable and enjoyable? And before we go ahead, I want to give you some real talk. There's going to be a lot of podcasts that will teach you better Facebook ad skills, better sales scripts, or ways to close clients, or better airtight client contracts, etc., etc. This podcast is a premier resource for having a business that's profitable and enjoyable that gives you a cool life. I really want you to be successful. I absolutely want to see you, celebrating every bit of the time that you spend creating this business. So if you want help to take advantage of this that I've just mentioned, so you don't have to beg people to buy from you every, second day, I invite you to schedule a call with me. You've been listening to me all this while. It's about time. And that's the reason why I'm coming up with this episode today. The reason why you're not attracting clients is predicated because you're not doing certain things, or you're not connected to the right people. I mean, we all go through times when we need to find clients, and it's especially true if you're starting a business. But if you've been running a business for a while and you've known about me, this is about time you have to make the decision. When you come and work with me, we'll develop a strategic plan and then deep dive and work through your ideal client clarity and look at your strategic messaging. Also look at your consulting offers, your coaching offers, and your fees. And I want you to be paid what you're worth. So we'll also look at your pricing. Sometimes your business is just not working because you don't have the right business model. So we'll optimize your business model. And then what will I do? I'll help you set up your marketing engine and lead generation system so you can constantly attract the right kind of leads. Now, do you know why you're not attracting clients? Remember, nothing is wrong with you if you find yourself in this scenario where you cannot generate leads. Nearly all of us have this from time to time. But when you do, it's a great opportunity to get curious about where the gaps are and that you can better understand the problem and then find solutions to remedy it. If you want more clarity and understanding why you're not attracting the right kind of people with the right kind of pain, you know what to do. Thank you so much for tuning in the last 5 seasons. I'll see you in season 6. Bye for now.
Thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions, let's continue the conversation in the Live Long Digital community. Become a Live Long Digital community member today. This community is for ambitious entrepreneurs and small business owners with the drive to take control of the future of their businesses and achieve huge success without stress and overwhelm. As you heard, Prosper can help you by teaching you marketing strategies that work. So look no further than the Live Long Digital community of entrepreneurs and highly successful business owners. Join our community today. Find us on www.community.livelongdigital.com.au. Network with other driven entrepreneurs and find the expert guidance you need to take your business to the next level. www.community.livelongdigital.com.au